Today in the Daily Dose, victory in North Africa. After fascist dictator Benito Mussolini declared war on Britain and France on June 11, 1940, 4 months later, Italian forces invaded Egypt from their colony in Libya, setting off a 3-year fight for control of the eastern Mediterranean and the vital supply line through the Suez Canal. In response to the Italians' aggression, in December of that same year, General Sir Archibald Wavell's 36,000-man Western Desert Force, soon to be renamed the 8th Army, attacked the Italians' position at Sidi Barrani. In early 1941, Lieutenant General Richard O'Connor's mobile armored force outflanked the Italians at Beda Fomm, pushing them back 500 miles to their defeat at Agheila on February 7th, ending in the destruction of 9 Italian divisions and the capture of 130,000 men. Britain's easy victory in North Africa ended when Hitler sent Erwin Rommel's Africa Corps into Tripoli on February 11th, beginning a punishing 27-month period of back-and-forth advances, victories, and fallbacks for both sides of the conflict. Rommel's siege of Tobruk in March of 1941 was followed by an Allied victory that pushed Rommel back to El Agheila by December. Rommel again advanced beyond Benghazi in January of 1942 until Britain's heavily defended line at Gazala and Tobruk stalled Rommel's advance until May, when he finally broke the Allied line in a move that forced the British back into Egypt. After a series of Allied leadership changes and repeated supply line failures on both sides, Lieutenant General Bernard Montgomery took over control of the 8th Army following the Allies' victory at the First Battle of El Alamein in July of 1942, a leadership injection that rapidly restored the Allies' badly flagging morale. The beginning of the end began on November 8, 1942, when Allied forces landed in present-day Morocco and Algeria under the command of General Dwight D. Eisenhower. Codenamed Operation Torch, the Allies pushed into Tunisia until the Germans successfully blocked Eisenhower's route to Tunis at Kasserine. Montgomery, meanwhile, now enjoyed a significant advantage in men, artillery, tanks, and aircraft, launching a 600-gun night barrage against Axis positions on October 24, 1942, which breached Rommel's heavily defended line 10 days later. In March of 1943, Lieutenant General George S. Patton led his 2 Corps into Tunisia to effectively squeeze the Germans between British forces on one side and his own driven corps on the other. By March 20th, Patton and Eisenhower's forces had linked up with Montgomery's 8th Army, entering the Germans' last fallback line at Tunis on May the 7th. 5 days later, 250,000 German and Italian troops surrendered, making the Battle for North Africa the Allies' first victory on their long march for Berlin. And there you have it, victory in North Africa, today on the Daily Dose. Today's Daily Dose documentary is brought to you by PlatoSpeech.com, a lesson planning tool leveraging content like this and much more for educators and homeschooling parents. Check out the description for more information so that you too can teach something new every day.